WTOL 11 breaking news now.
Top of the hour, the suspect accused of stabbing a Gibsonburg police officer in the neck is now in the hospital.
Only WTOL 11 cameras were there when just in the last hour, the suspect, Scott Dodd, was taken out of an ambulance and on a stretcher and escorted by law enforcement, as you can see right there inside the emergency room at St. Vincent Medical Center in Toledo.
And that is about a half hour away from where he was found in Gibsonburg.
The 25-year-old is now in custody after an almost 7-hour manhunt in Gibsonburg.
Yeah, more than a dozen law enforcement agencies were part of that search effort, including both local and state resources. Megan Hartnett, she joins us live from Gibsonburg to bring us up to speed on where we are in this. And what do we know about what led up to that manhunt?
Jeff, Kaylee, officers say it started with some sort of scuffle between a Gibsonburg police officer and Scott Dodd here at Union Bank just after 9 this morning. That escalated when Dodd allegedly stabbed that officer in the neck and ran off. That put the city under lockdown, but officers say that there is no longer any threat. The Gibsonburg Police Department is not naming the officer who was involved, but we know she was in surgery earlier and is now stable. It is believed that this officer did fire shots at Dodd. The Gibsonburg police chief says Dodd has injuries that would reflect this. Dodd ran from the bank and was eventually caught after law enforcement officers used special response teams and canine units and pushed Dodd into an area where they were able to catch him. Gibsonburg mayor says he is grateful for the work done by all the law enforcement agencies today.
I've been here on the ground all day. I left work, got here as quickly as I could to support however these guys needed it here on the ground. And I'm very appreciative for all the help that we've got from all the agencies. It's a tragic day. Nothing we want to see happen. Prayers to our officer and her family. It's just, it's good to see the outcome that we got here. And now we need to move forward and now we need to see justice for her.
We are still waiting to learn the extent of the charges that Dodd will be facing, but the Sandusky County Sheriff says they are working with the prosecutor's office to try and figure this out. The Gibsonburg police chief says, to his knowledge, this is the most critical injury to an officer that the department has ever had to deal with. Reporting in Gibsonburg, Megan Hartnett, WTOL 11.
Our team coverage continues now while the community focuses on the officer's recovery. We also wanted to learn more about this suspect, 25-year-old Scott Dodd. Tim Miller joining us in the studio at this point. So we understand he does have a criminal history?
He does, Jeff, and we did some digging today into the court records on Scott Dodd, the suspect in the officer's stabbing. And here is what we learned. 25-year-old Scott Dodd was arrested, charged, and pleaded guilty to a first-degree misdemeanor back in October of 2025. Police records say he hit a juvenile on the side of their face with an open hand. A judge sentenced him to 30 days in jail with credit for 19 days, but also 1 year of probation. Dodd also had to pay a fine, and he was ordered to have no contact with that victim. Now, Dodd was also ordered to take anger management classes and get treatment. Once again, we are told police have taken Scott Dodd into custody. You saw that video there, too. We will let you know more about how he was apprehended, what more led up to that as we learn more details. In the studio, Tim Miller, WTOL 11.
Yeah, not only see the apprehension, but then seeing him being carted in an ambulance outside of Mercy Health St. V's this afternoon. This is a developing story. We'll continue to keep you informed as new details come in, updating you on air and online on WTOL 11+.